No, you can't. It was a joke.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, my stars.
Oh, are we done?
Even the dogs are barking. Yeah. So, hi, friends. Christy and I are in rare form today. I am Kara. And that's Chris.
I don't know what day it is, what week. I don't know anything.
Oh, gosh, y'all have to understand, like, we're in fourth quarter just like everybody else, and like life gets in the way and we get so kabobbled up here trying to balance all the things that Christy was like, what day are we on? Can we just write we're on a day and it's we're gonna talk about something? I'm like, Christy, we can't write that.
I put day, I don't know, in the description, and I was gonna say, can I just say join us as we chat about something? Because I don't know what to talk about today. I have to go look it up.
Oh.
I'm so excited to be here. We are with Creative Business Builders, and we teach creative entrepreneurs how to automate the tech in their business so they can get back to making pretty things. Did we say that yet?
And having fun, because
because obviously we're so boring. We're the most boring people chatting about something today.
Okay, so let's chat about Smartloops. What is a Smartloop?
They sound so fancy. They like make you sound like you know what you're talking about.
So, friends, we have talked about Pinterest the last couple of weeks. We've talked about little parts of it. And I mentioned last week that you can actually automate your Pinterest, which we do ours through Tailwind. You can take it one step further, and in Tailwind, you can set up Smartloops of your own products and services so that they are constantly posting for you so that you don't have to continually fill up your feed with 5, 10, 15, 20, however many pins you want per day. Some of those spots can be automatically filled.
With your own content.
What?
Your own content.
Your own content, yes. This is not a place that you want to be pinning other people's content. It's a place, your Smartloops are for your content. And we had someone ask us, and I want to answer this on here because it gets really confusing. So someone asked, well, where do I pin all of these things to? Like, what if it's pinning to the same board? That's okay. Because hear me when I say this. How many times when you're on Pinterest and you Google or you search on Pinterest for an idea, let's say porch sign. If you find a porch sign you like, do you go to that person's profile that pinned it and check out all their boards, or do you just save that pin?
You save that pin.
Save that pin. So you can have the same pin pinning to the same board because people aren't normally going to check your boards. They may follow you as a person and as a profile, but chances are they're not digging deep into your boards. So if you have the same pin pinning once a month to a board, they're not going to scroll all the way through that board to see how many times you've pinned that same pin. You're the only one that worries about that. All right.
People are worried about themselves, not about you.
That's right. So that
your pants on today, so be careful.
Yes, she does. Gucci pants right there. Oh goodness. So use Pinterest to your advantage, but also take advantage of the Smartloop feature so that you can automate some of that and not have to manually pin every pin that goes out.
Just another easy way to fulfill that need that Pinterest has. Pinterest has a need that it needs you to post so many times a day and pin whatever the word is, the P word, so many times a day. And it helps automate that process so that you aren't actually having to do it, nor are you having to pay someone to do it. Well, you are. You're paying Tailwind to let you use that feature, but you're not having to pay a human being.
Right. Right. And once you set it up, it's done. So like, unless you quit selling one of those products, you don't ever have to go in and change that. You can just keep adding to that loop and adding more content to that loop so that it cycles through. And you can even, as that loop gets bigger, you can even tell it, instead of pinning, one time a week from this loop, you could pin 2 times a week from that loop. And then that way, that's even less times that you're having to manually pin.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, because I know nothing about Pinterest. That is your jam and your ball game. You can set it up seasonal loops too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So for example, the biggest time of the year for most creative entrepreneurs is the Christmas time, like the big, fourth quarter. You need to start pinning those Christmas type pins and products in July and August. So if you have a seasonal board that has holiday stuff on it, you want that to start pinning in July and pin all the way through the holiday season. So you would have that loop set up to pin from, let's say, July 1st to December 31st. And then it wouldn't pin from that board anymore until next July. So it is really cool.
It's pretty cool. And then, like, say, wintry stuff that you have, you can start them in like October,
Mm-hmm.
send them through March. And then in the spring, you can start those in January and send those through.
Yep.
It's just a way to make you
really
always relevant without having to actually do it.
Right.
It's the thing that we love to do the most, is to set it up once, let it run on its own.
Yes.
Anything else?
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's it for today. It feels like Friday, but it's so not.
It's not Friday. Man, it's only Wednesday.
It's not. It's not. Maybe it feels like Friday because we kicked
butt today.
We did. Yeah. So Christy and I have been working remotely today. This is how we work as business partners, via Zoom calls. And that's how we get things done. And we've been just like y'all, we've been cranking it out and doing the hard things.
Hard at it for about 4 hours now. I think we're about to go crazy, which is why we're a little loopy on this call.
We both are in sync. Last week we were both eating caramels during our call.
Oh, we were.
And this week we both ate Totino's pizzas for lunch. It's hilarious. Like we were just, two peas.
You're my yang.
I know, you're my yang.
All right, friends. I hope this has been helpful for you. Again, I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. If you are not on our email list, make sure you get on our email list, because we have something special coming next week.
Yes, we do. And it's not Thanksgiving.
It's not Thanksgiving?
Not just Thanksgiving. That's not special.
No, not at all. We're getting you ready for 2020.
Amen, sister.
All right, bye, friends. See you tomorrow on day, I don't know, where we're going to talk about.
That's right. Yes. Be surprised.
Bye.